Come on. We can't sell Daisy. We're gonna need her.
What we're going to need is money. And she'll fetch a good price.
We still need to move somehow, don't we? She could pull the cart.
We have Clover for that. Look, I know how much this horse means to you, but I've already talked to Dinholm. He's willing to pay a lot of gold for her.
But what if we...
No, Gil. Enough. We're selling her, and that's that. If you're interested in buying a horse, look somewhere else. This one's spoken for. She'll be going all the way to Camelot. Aye. Man's name is Dinholm. Seems important. Lots of men with him. They're here for the minute. Haven't you heard? They're moving everyone. Something to do with that men here of ours. Don't really care either way. As long as they keep their promises and give us a better place to live. Aye, and Morin Pa would rather us alive somewhere else than dead here. Don't know yet, but we're strong and we're not afraid of hard work. I'm a decent carpenter, and Gil is good with horses. I'm sure we'll find something for ourselves. That's one way of putting it. This farm belonged to our grandfather. My parents were tending it, but he was the one in charge. Both Ma and Pa died when Gil was still small. That left us with just dear old Grandpa. And he was a nasty piece of work. Drunk most of the time. Built like a barn door. That's something Gil got from him, I guess. He liked beating me to a pulp and telling me I was worthless. I remember he had this belt with a heavy iron buckle, shaped like a horse's head. He got it for his service as the master of horses at Warriors Fair. Man, that one hit hard. Shame the old codger took it with him to his grave. I wish I could have kept it. So when I'd see some lowlife beating their kid, I could use it on them just like Grandpa taught me. Aye, it was. Until one day, Gil told me that he saw Grandpa pissed drunk and walking into the woods. I prayed that someone would just eat the old bastard. And I guess for the first time in my life, my prayers were answered. And what? Let him die to the weirdness? Are you insane? I've not spent years of my life making sure he doesn't get killed just to stop now. Besides, Camelot's not asking. You either leave with everything you own, or they'll make you leave with only the clothes on your back. Yeah, they're doing their job. For now. But let's not kid ourselves. This is a delay, not a solution. We've got time to think, and that's about it. I've seen enough to know this place isn't safe. Staying means taking a gamble, and I'm not a fan of bad odds. We should leave while we still can. If it gets worse, we'll have no choice but to leave. I just hope we'll have something worth bringing with us when that time comes. Sure, are you? You willing to pay 300 gold? Fine, you have a deal. Dinholm will need to find himself a different mare. Have a good day.
Please, take good care of Daisy. She was orphaned as a foal, so I pretty much raised her myself. Trust me, she's the best horse you'll ever have. I guess I've spent a lot of time with him. Rob would always send me to the stables when I was getting underfoot. He'd say, "Gil, you go to the stables and don't you show your face again until I tell you." I guess I must have been an annoying kid. I do. Pa had to borrow money from Grandpa to buy it, and he had to work so hard to prove that he deserved it. After he and Ma passed away, Rob kept on working, and I did my best to help. Grandpa was, well, I don't know. I didn't see much of him in those days. And now we're supposed to just leave after everything. It feels like we're letting him down. He never seemed so bad to me. But like I said, he didn't bother me too much. If he was in a good mood, he'd even show me a thing or two around the stables. Though that didn't happen often. But I suspect things might have been different for Rob. Take care of yourself.
It's nice to have a break. Nice to see you!
Who's there? Don't come any closer. I'm warning you, my husband is just downstairs. That doesn't mean you can waltz uninvited into the first house you see. We live here. Does that satisfy your curiosity? Everywhere's dangerous. There's no such thing as a safe place on this island. That's something I've learned the hard way. Yes, one I do not tell to strangers who break into my house. Well, if you're here to rob me, you're going to be disappointed. My husband and I live off the land. You won't find any riches here. No. No, he's very busy at the moment. I'd rather you didn't disturb him. Then please leave, before my husband catches you here. Please just go. Oh no. What have you done? What have you done? You monster! You killed my husband! Gods, you're heartless! What kind of monster would bring me fresh berries every day for our morning porridge? My husband was kind, gentle, and caring. And you expect me to thank you for killing him? You're sick! He wasn't impersonating anyone. That was my husband. I'm blind, not stupid. I know who lives in my house. He's not a creature. Don't call him that. He was my beloved. The answer to my prayers. When he showed up, it felt like the gods had finally decided to right the wrong they committed by putting Broden in my path. I finally had a husband who never touched me in a way I didn't want, who never beat me so hard I couldn't get up from the floor. Someone who cherished and cared for me, and whom I could cherish and care for in return. For the first time in my life, I was happy to be a wife. And you took that from me. Someone I'd rather not think about right now. But by the gods, he would have loved this. Making me feel helpless and miserable was his favorite pastime. You could give me a hand with the funeral. Just take his remains and place them on the stone altar nearby. I don't know which god was worshipped there, but they sheltered me when I needed it, and then they brought me my greatest happiness. I need to see to the flowers and proper offerings, and I just need to be alone for a while.
He loves this place, and he loves his horses. I'd rather just forget all about it. Gil's memories of this farm are different from my own, and I only have myself to blame. Mind you, I don't regret any of it, but it sure doesn't make things easier with him. What? Where the hell did you get that? A weird beast? So what does that mean? Grandpa got drunk, fell into the well, he got turned into a monster? Ha! That would have been rich. But strange. Gil swore that he saw him walking into the woods. Why? Do you think he saw something and was afraid to tell me? Maybe. He was acting a little strange, but... I was in bad shape that day, so I didn't care either way. I don't think we've ever talked about it afterwards. No matter. As long as the old fart's dead, I don't care how it happened. Would he? Maybe. I don't know. I don't see the point in dragging up the past. Though, perhaps that's what Gil needs to finally let go of this place. Anyway, thanks for this. And for clearing out the well, I guess. We don't have much, but I hope this will be enough for your trouble.
Eyes forward and mind your step. Another one? We've had enough strangers in Kunacht. You lot bring nothing but trouble. Which ones do you want to hear about? The Camelotians who want to take Armenir and rob us of our land? Or the Red Priests knocking on everyone's door and dragging people out into the streets? We already had enough problems without all those prissy arseholes adding to them. Aye, more of them every day. And no just in the village either. I saw a few of the younger ones wandering around outside, looking for trouble. They say they're looking for people sick with the Red Death, but all they do is drag decent people out of their homes and haul them off to all mother knows where. And people still get taken by the plague. So what good are they? Bunch of quacks. The Camelotians are saying our Armenir is dying, and when it goes out, we'll get snuffed by the weirdness. Vipers, the lot of them. Yvain brought them here a while ago to help with the Coon Act. That's what he told us anyway. And now? Now they want to take our Armenir. Pah! Not just the Menhir, they want to take everything. They're saying all the folks here will have to move. All mother only knows where. My old man won't hear a word of it. And you know what? I don't blame him. We've worked too hard. We've gone through too much to just leave everything behind. Aye, why no? Everyone says me auntie's girl got touched by the weirdness. But she's still here, ain't she? Besides, we know the weirdness. We live with it every day. If it kills me, then so be it. There's no much left for me in this world anyway. Our priestess, or rather, Yvain's priestess, because we haven't seen hide nor hair of her in ages. She took Ailey in, and that ended up being a blessing for us all. She might be a little odd with that eye of hers, but she's a sweet girl. Go talk to her and you'll see. I might be an old woman, but I am no one to gossip. I know some do. The two brothers from the neighboring farm, they can't wait to be rid of that place. But it's no wonder, with the life they've had there. Truth be told, if I were in their shoes, I'd have run for the hills ages ago. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Makes no difference to me. They could promise me a palace and I still wouldn't leave. This farm belonged to my father, and it belonged to his father before him. When my older brother died, I promised Pa I would nae let this place fall to ruin. I hoped to pass this land on to my children, but, well, they ended up buried in it. It's only fair that I should rest here with them. Ha! Welcome in, you say, when your lot just barges in and takes whatever you please. Like old Norm's woodshed. That got requisitioned by Camelot. They shoved some fancy paper in his face and said, "This is ours now." They say it's all fair because Norm got compensated. But what about us, huh? We lent Norm our best axe ages ago, and he left it in that bloody shed. Oh, I tried. They told me everything in that shed now belongs to Camelot. And if I've got a problem, I should go take it up with Norm, since they gave him money for it. Problem is, that coward packed up and left the same day. Either they paid him too much coin for that hovel, or he wanted to be long gone before they checked the place over too close. I don't know. I don't go poking around in other folks' business. But Norm, he was a quiet one. Kept to himself mostly, though he had a temper on him. Rumour has it a debt collector came to his place once and never came back out. Not that anyone ever found proof that he had anything to do with it, mind you. And it's not like anyone here would shed a tear for one of those leeches. But it could all be hogwash. Maybe the fellow just got eaten by something out on the road. We'll never know. Nah, they bolted it shut and took off. No clue if they're even using it. But if I tried to get our axe back and they caught me, they'd throw me in for theft. For theft, can you imagine? Of my own property. Why? Huh. Maybe you do. But I don't trust folks who offer things for free. They always want something sooner or later. We may not have much, but we're honest folk. Bring me back that axe and I'll pay you. Just don't get caught. And remember, whatever you eat is your own risk. If you're feeling poorly, don't come running to me. Stay out of my way.
Well, if you want to buy eggs, go talk to the missus. Though consider yourself warned. You eat them at your own peril. No need to worry. Yeah, the missus told me to say that to anyone asking after the eggs. Or grains, or veggies, or anything, really. So they know not to come crying if they find ears growing in unmentionable places. Not that it happens very often. Just, you know, what you see is what you get. Nothing wrong. Well, not at the moment. We'll see how the next crop comes in. It's been a bit hit and miss lately. The wheat was a nice surprise because, you know, it's the wrong season, and we were worried about the glowing. But it turned out to be perfectly good wheat. On the other hand, the turnips were not so good. We fed them to the pig as we always do, and it turned her inside out. Poor thing, eh? Maybe it's time to move the plots within the range of the weirdness repellents again. Aye, that we do. 'Twas getting into the crops one way or the other, so why not use it, you know? You see, with the weirdness, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. But the good has saved us from starving to death. I ate potatoes that looked like pig hearts and carrots that tasted like what standing in a field in the middle of the night feels like. All perfectly nice food. I say, it's better to have a meal that's a tiny bit different than what you're used to, than not to have one at all. And make my missus a widow? Pah! The whole area's full of monsters, and they sure ain't edible. We tried that once, and, well, let's just say we never tried it again. Aye, it may be, but it's not like we got a long stretch to live, the missus and I. We didn't want to just lie down and wait for death. And I bet we ain't the only ones. What else are folks to do in this blasted weather? All ready for winter, but winter won't come. And if winter won't come, neither will spring. The last normal harvest came and went ages ago. I'm telling you, if not for the weirdness, we'd all be dead by now. I see. You're with those Camelotians who want to run us out. We've already told your lot. We ain't going anywhere. If we die here, then so be it. And I ain't talking about it no more, so don't even try.
I don't know where you managed to scrape up that much gold, but fine. Go tell that madman he can start packing. When he's ready to leave the prison and Connacht, I'll let him go.
You can't imagine how my heart rejoices that you didn't leave me here. So? Of course. If they want to face the beast on their own, that's none of my concern. I wonder where I'll go. I've heard there are beasts lurking around the Forlorn Swords. I should head there. One less beast means at least one human life saved. I fear nothing anymore. I can do it. Thank you again, my friend. Farewell.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
If it's quality use.
I wasn't expecting company.
Ah.
Have some spare food or coin?
Keep your eyes peeled. You're making me angrier. Angrier. love on me.
Bayor, is that you? But you broke mine. I missed you so much.
Really? Well, if this can put Beor back on his feet... Beor, your wound, it changed.
What? What happened? I don't remember much. There was a cave. And a girl? She touched me. I came back and dreamt. Then there's only darkness.
That's right. And what did I always tell you about chasing after women, huh? She stole your heart, literally. You're lucky this one showed up. Otherwise, I never would have guessed you fell in love with a weird beast. Better take this to your grave if you don't want to become a laughingstock. You're so smart, and yet so stupid, eh? Well, get up now, whelp. Enough lazing about. You can take it easy today, but tomorrow you're back in the forge first thing in the morning. You've got a lot to catch up on.
I'm sorry.
And you, thank you. I'd thank the All-Mother for sending you at the last minute, but I don't want to owe her a thing. So, I'm thanking you. Finally we can get back to work. I missed it. If you ever need a smith, you can come to me. All right, back to work. Oh, hello. Do you need something? Times are tough, but I won't forget what you did for Beor. Tell me, how can old Airfear repay you? It all began innocently enough. Our milksop of a lord, Yvain, decided that we didn't have the right tools to unearth the riches of our land. So he sent messengers to Camelot asking for their men and equipment. It was supposed to make us richer. And it worked. For a while. They came here and resumed mining. Brought gold with them too. So for a while there, we were even happy to see new faces. Then news from Camelot arrived. The Red Death is in Kuanacht. The weirdness is getting thicker.
We declare martial law, cut down all the trees and take them in here with us. Everyone goes to Camelot.
Load of bullshit if you ask me. The weirdness has always been here. Kuanacht has been doing just fine without the support of the dog-fuckers of the Round Table. Denholm, the one in charge of their army, came here with the Red Priests. It seems like he's well aware that his orders are stupid, and that people from Kuanacht are smarter than Camelot thinks. And now, Kuanacht is divided. Some want to leave for Camelot. Others can't imagine it. Like me. I just can't stomach leaving the land of my fathers. Camelot says we do. I think we don't. Even after the moronic theft of trees. Lord Milksop, of course, doesn't know what to do. If he supports the people, he'll lose his dealings with Camelot. If he leaves for Camelot, he'll become just another arse-kissing sponger princeling no one gives a toss about, and the court is already full of those. Here, at least, he's somebody. Or he can become somebody if he makes the right choices. The men here is dying, that's true. More and more weirdness creeps into our homes at night. Soon, the flame will no longer be enough. I don't know what would need to happen for everyone to stay in Kuanacht. The truth is, We can only survive if we keep together, either here or there. His family has a grand past. I have the utmost respect for their legacy. The Tarians made Kuanacht strong. They carried on the legacy of Palamedes, King Arthur's advisor. Our lord, though, don't get me started. Yvain is a coward. He lets Camelot get away with anything. Well, for now. I've heard rumors that he's been trying, in his own pathetic way, to delay making some crucial decisions. Who knows? Perhaps our lordling will finally grow a pair and make use of them for the good of his subjects. Though, if you ask me, the only thing that could save him would be the quest for the Holy Grail. I have my reasons. I don't trust the bastards because they've already been here once. They took a few people for what they called a routine examination, promising that our loved ones would return safe and sound in no time. Ah, damn it all. Would you believe me if I told you that not all of them even had the symptoms of the Red Death? Nobody came back, not a single soul. From that moment on, I've sworn to do everything in my power to make life miserable for those scarlet dogs. I don't really want to talk about it, but look, I had a wife. She was a beautiful woman, and I'm pretty sure that she was with child when they took her away. She would chat with Nianti. She hadn't bled for 3 months, and she would have eaten all the crops from Reese's field if she could. My Katrin. They took her away. She caught a cold, and they put her on a transport to the island asylum. I never saw her again. That's all I can tell you. I don't want to think about it anymore. Let the past stay in the past. You... what? How? How is this possible? I can't believe this. My Katrin, do you still have the letter? Please tell me you didn't throw it away. A boy. My little boy. She mentioned once that she liked the name Llewellyn. It made me laugh. It sounded so poetic, not really fitting for a blacksmith's son. I always wanted a son. Maybe that's why I've grown so fond of Beor. I thank you. I'm guessing the circumstances in which you got this letter must have been difficult. If everyone here were as brave as you, our Kuanacht would have a chance to weather the end of the world. Here, take this. I have no use for it anymore. I wanted to bury it with Katrin if I ever found her body. That's all I can do for you, and for her. Why? This letter doesn't change anything. Years ago, I swore I wouldn't utter a single good word about those red vermin, and I'm not going to change my mind on that anytime soon. If anything, it has assured me that I am right.
You're here. Speak your piece.
I am an outcast, exiled from my home.
Hello there.